My friend Josh was the first one to notice something wrong with the building. We'd walked past it for years without thinking about it. It sat just off the main road, close enough to be part of everything, but somehow always ignored. For a long time, it had been completely empty, not damaged, not abandoned in the usual way, just unused, like something that had been built and then left waiting. Then, over a few weeks, people moved in. There wasn't a clear moment where it changed. No obvious rush, no line of moving trucks, it just filled. One week it was empty. The next there were lights on at night, figures moving behind curtains, cars parked outside that hadn't been there before. It should have felt normal, but Josh didn't think it did. We were walking past one afternoon when he slowed down and looked towards it. "Have you ever seen anyone move out of the place?" he asked. I barely glanced at it. Not really, why? Josh didn't answer straight away. He kept his eyes on the entrance like he was waiting for something. "I don't mean just leaving for the day," he said. "I mean properly leaving, like moving out." I thought about it for a moment. Nothing came to mind. "I don't know," I said. "I don't really pay attention." "Yeah," he said quietly. "That's the problem." A few days later, we passed it again. Josh stopped. "Look, there was a man standing just inside the glass entrance. Not pacing, not on his phone, not even leaning on anything. Just standing there, facing outward. I saw him yesterday," Josh said. "Same spot." I watched for a few seconds. He didn't move. Not even the small adjustments people make without realizing. "Maybe he was waiting for someone," I said. Josh shook his head slowly. "I stood there for 10 minutes yesterday. He didn't move once." That made me look properly. There's a difference between someone standing still and someone not moving at all. This was the second one. "Alright," I said. "That's a bit weird." Josh didn't respond. He just kept watching. Later that week, something happened that I couldn't explain. I was walking home alone when someone stepped into pace beside me. "Hey," he said. Like we already knew each other. I turned. "Sorry, you heading back now?" he asked. "I don't live here," I said. He stopped walking. Not suddenly, just stopped. Then he looked at me like I'd said something that didn't match. "Right," he said slowly. "Yeah, not yet." He walked off without another word. That night I told Josh. He didn't look surprised. "That's what I've been trying to tell you," he said. "They don't react properly. It's like they're already following something." "Following what?" I asked. He hesitated, then said, "I don't think they choose what they say." A few days later, we saw something we couldn't ignore. We were across the street when a couple walked out of the building. Normal enough, the guy checked his phone. The woman looked up the road, then they started walking. Josh nudged me. "Watch." About 30 seconds later, the same couple walked out again. Same timing, same movements, exactly the same. I felt something shift in my chest. "That's not possible," I said. Josh didn't answer. He was already crossing the street. "Let's go," he said. "Josh, I'm not standing out here pretending that's normal." I followed him. I didn't think about it. I should have. The lobby was too quiet. No reception desk, no background noise, no sound at all, except the faint hum of the lights. There was a man sitting on a chair near the elevator. He looked up as we walked in. "You're late," he said. Josh let out a short laugh. "What?" The man didn't react. "You were meant to come earlier," he said. Josh frowned. "We've never been here." The man tilted his head slightly, like the sentence didn't make sense to him. "That's not how it happened," he said. The elevator's doors opened behind him suddenly. Neither of us had touched anything. Josh looked at me. "One floor," he said quietly. I didn't want to, but I nodded. The doors closed behind us. There were no buttons. Josh ran his hand along the panel. There has to be something. The elevator stopped. and the doors opened. The elevators looked normal for about half a second. Then I realized every door was slightly open. Not enough to see everything inside, just enough. "Do you hear that?" Josh whispered. I listened. There were voices, not one conversation, but hundreds. But they weren't overlapping. They were repeating. We stepped out. As we walked past the first door, I looked inside. A man was sitting at a table talking to no one. He stopped mid-sentence, paused, then repeated the exact same sentence again. Same tone, same timing. Josh grabbed my arm. "Don't look in," so we kept moving. The voices followed the same pattern in every room. Start, stop, repeat. At the end of the hallway, someone was standing there, facing away from us. "Hey," Josh said. No response. We got closer, closer than we should have. It turned around. It was Josh. Same face, same clothes, same expression, standing there, looking directly at us. My chest tightened. "That's not..." Josh stepped forward. "What the hell is that?" he said. The other version of him smiled, but it didn't look right. The timing was off, like the expression had been placed there too late. "Wrong timing," it said. "Josh, don't," I said, but he didn't stop. He got closer, one step, then another. The thing didn't move. It just watched him. Then it spoke again. "You came up too early," it said. The lights flickered, just once, and the hallway went dark for less than a second. When the lights came back, Josh was gone. The hallway was empty, and every door closed. No voices, just silence. "Josh," I said. Nothing. I ran. The elevator was open, waiting. I got inside. The doors closed behind me. When they opened, I was back in the lobby. The man near the elevator looked up. "You missed your exit," he said. "I'm leaving," I said. My voice didn't sound right. He nodded. "You already did." I walked out, and I didn't look back. Unfortunately, Josh never came back. A few weeks later, I passed the building again. I didn't mean to. I just ended up there. And I saw him, standing inside near their entrance. He looked at me and smiled. Same expression, same timing. Then he raised his hand, and behind him, through the reflection in the glass, I saw someone standing slightly out of place. Someone who moved just a fraction too late. Someone who looked exactly like me.